Broadcasting live in 185 countries, 6 3/4 continents, on the International Space Station, and carried on both Voyager Golden records. It's the Weekly Rumble, where we place 4 YouTubers in a cage with a live lion. Oh wait, that's not how this works? The Weekly Rumble, where we pit the wits and opinions of 4 YouTubers against each other. Well, chrisknight dishes out the points, or takes them away. Without further BS, here is your host, chrisknight.
What is up, everyone? You are watching the Weekly Rumble here on The Real Review 3000. I want to thank all of you guys who might be here, who may not be here. I don't know. It's just one of those things. The most random non-game show you will see on YouTube that has absolutely no rule. Wait, it does have rules. Never mind. It has rules, but it has absolutely no point. Wait, no, it has a point. Never mind. We're going to forget about it. Let's bring our people in. We're going to start with JJ. JJ is an alum and two-time champion, you say?
Yeah, 2-time Weekly Rumble winner, which don't mean a pile of shit.
Nope, sure doesn't.
I'm here to eat some new meat, so let's do this.
All right. Speaking of new meat, let's bring in a guy. We've tried to bring him in here twice, and things didn't work out, but this time it did. Yeah. Drew, Supreme Heretic from Twitter. Drew, how you doing?
I'm good. JJ, you're just here to get wrecked.
See,
bring it, baby boy. Bring it.
Oh, listen to that. Listen to that. All right. Up next, another new person, Mad Martigan. Mad, how you doing there?
Eat some new meat. What does that even mean?
This is not the place to be. This is not the place to be logical, Martigan.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways,
no, he got some bad smack talk, Martigan.
All right. Let's bring in the last.
He reaching back to the 60s.
Let's bring in the last person, brand new to the Weekly Rumble. We have Ellie, the Orville family.
Hello, Ellie.
Chris, can I just say, I did not realize that you are like a super genius because, as everyone knows, you saved the best for last.
Oh,
hi, boys.
Oh,
there it is. See, I'm already
stroking up to me actually do anything on this show. You would absolutely be in the lead right now, but it does absolutely nothing because I already know I'm great. I'm perfect. How it is.
Guys, y'all missed it. She said stroking.
Yeah.
I said stroking the ego.
Okay. So right now, I want to thank Alysia and Stephen Walton. I see you guys in the chat. Do me a favor while you're waiting for us to get started. Do me a favor, please smash that like button and tweet us out. And go ahead and check out all the panelists. Their information's down in the description box below. Now, this is how we're going to do this. Before we get started, we kind of make you guys feel welcome and at home. We're going to bring in the wheel. Now we have 4 wheels. The first wheel we're going to do anything with is this one. It's called the wild card. Now the wild card wheel has so many great prizes for you guys to win, such as a free skip. Now the free skip is where I give you guys a chance to skip the question. Now only one person gets that. So when we get there, we're going to spin for the winner using the wheel of names, which you'll see here in just a minute. The next one is an extra mulligan. Everybody will get an extra mulligan if that's what gets spun. Then we have steal a mulligan. That person that gets the spin and gets picked can steal any one person's mulligan and have an extra mulligan on this wonderful day. Then there's the no 5 minute, takes 5 minutes off of the time clock. No 4 minutes. We have an ask for a respin, which means if you don't like the question and you have the chance for that respin, you can say, I want to respin it. I don't want to do that question. You have to tell me that before we actually start that round. Okay. Hey, Orange Hat, how you guys doing? Now, the next one is lose a mulligan. Now, that lose a mulligan is where one of you will lose your mulligan, and it's a great prize to get. Ask anybody that's ever been here before. Oh, that's just JJ. Ask him. He loves losing his mulligans. Trust me. And then there's the no 3 minute. We take the 3 minute off of the clock. Then there's locked in on time. Now, if that happens, we spin for the time. So if it spends 5 minutes and you get picked, you have to do 5 minutes for every one of your questions. The last one, or the next one is the last one is no mulligan. That means everybody loses their mulligan.
Better not take my damn mulligan.
Oh, okay, I will. Thank you. You said you want me to take it. I'll take it. You have no mulligan. So let's just spin the wheel and see what happens here. Let's see what
I like a challenge.
Oh, look at that. It's the free skip. So
Right.
it's the free skip. So one of you is going to win a chance to skip a question if you don't like that question. Now you won't be penalized for doing it, but you can skip any one question. You just got to tell me before you do it.
And you can only do it once.
Yes, you can only do it once.
JJ, you got more bullshit than a livery stable.
Wow, look at that, Ellie. That's beginner's luck right there. Ellie, you have the free skip.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So now
I'll never use it because I'm the best, but thank you.
Give it to her. It's the wheel of simps.
All right. So here's what we do.
I'm gonna moonwalk all up and down your ass.
All right. So I'm going to tell you guys the rules right now, and we're going to go over those real quick, and then we will spin to see who goes first. And then from that point on, we'll go top to bottom, wherever that's at. So this is the rules, guys. 2 topics from each guest and me, the host, for a total of 10 topics. Now, today it is past topics picked by other people, and so it's just a conglomerate of past topics we have not gotten yet on the show. Now, the wheel of topics, yes?
May I say one thing?
No.
You know, JJ, listen. The last chick you asked to send nudes to you had more wrinkles than Phyllis Diller. I don't want.
Are you Googling these bad fucking insults?
Okay, guys, here we go. All right, the wheel of topics will pick 5 topics. You guys.
At least I'm still getting asked, Drew. All right, it don't matter how you get it.
This is so sad. You sound like 2 old men. Just
all right.
Well, we're older than you, so.
Yep.
Now the wheel of topics will pick 5 topics. The wheel of time then gets spun. The wheel of time will pick 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, or 5 minutes. That's the amount of time you get to talk about that topic. Now every round is 1 topic and 1 time, so everybody gets the same time. Everybody gets the same topic. Now on the wheel of time, if the 3 minute, the 4 minute, or the 5 minute time gets selected, it goes off of the wheel of time. Now, each panelist will get a response time to add, or will get a chance to respond to the original responder's statements. If they wish, you have to do that right afterwards. You have to tell me, and this is the only time I'm going to tell you about that. So from now on, it's on you. If you want to add something to whatever the responder says, you can. Now, each panelist, like I said before, does have a mulligan. You guys all have your mulligan, except for Sith decided to give up his, so he doesn't have one. And with that said, let's go ahead and let's spin to see who's going to start the shenanigan.
Ellie is.
Yep.
Oh, is she, no, wait a minute. Or is she the one that got the skip?
She got the skip.
Okay.
But Mad Martigan, you are going to start. So it's going to go Mad, Ellie, JJ, and then Drew. Now, that's for the first 4 rounds. At the end of the 4th round, we will spin it one more time to see who gets the 5th question first. But Mad, you're off the board because you automatically got 1 start. So this is the wheel of time. This is the wheel of topics. We're going to go ahead and spin the wheel of topics. Mad, you're going to see what you're going to get right now. Remember, Ellie, at any time you can tell me that you want to skip the question. The first question is, what is your take on the current state of Star Wars? What is your take on the current state of Star Wars? Let me copy this. I got to find it. There it is.
There, I got it out.
All right. So, Mad, give me just a second so I can put this in the chat. Hey, Mora, how you doing? Orange Hat, I see that. I see the Austinator. Guys, thank you very much for showing up. Please make sure you smash that like button. And tweet us out if you can. If you follow me on Twitter, it's my pinned tweet. Just retweet that. So, what is the current state of Star Wars? The time you have to speak about it.
5 minutes.
Right off the bat, the 5-minute time is off the board. So we take that off the board. 5 minutes to talk. Now, remember, you guys do have your mulligans. So let me get in here and let me put in everybody's name.
Yeah, what do I do with a mulligan?
The mulligan can change the amount of time you have to talk. So if you don't want to talk for 5 minutes, you can say, I want to use my mulligan, and you can take it down to as low as 1 minute.
Yeah, let me take my mulligan. I'm going to take it to 3.
3 minutes, okay. So I'm going to say you used your mulligan, and we're going to bring up the clock right now. 3 minutes is on the board, and your time starts now.
All right. Well, to begin, the foundation of Star Wars is completely fractured. It's broken. Everything that happened in the sequel, the Disney trilogy, just fundamentally gets broke. What was established before it. Where Star Wars is now is in this place where it's stuck. If it tries to undo what it has been doing, then it's going to piss off the Twitterati, and they're going to get a lot of backlash for that. Unfortunately, they're also in a place where they can no longer rest on their laurels. They can't just put Star Wars on something and expect it to sell. It's still going to do good, but it's not about the money that they are making. It's the money that they could have made if they didn't do this before. And God forbid if they ever put a white straight male in the lead again, it's going to be over for them in a lot of ways, right? Yes. And I read an article earlier today, actually, talking about how all the rumors that came out about Kathleen Kennedy and George Lucas and everything, that's all bullshit. But then again, they only had one source. I trust Doomcock with those people. What I think is going to happen is you're going to see them lose enough, come to a point to where it will no longer be financially viable for them to continue down this same road. I think they're going to slowly roll back a lot of the plans that Kathleen Kennedy has put in place. The old Republic shit with the dinosaurs and all of that's going to start rolling back as well. You're going to see less and less of this. And like with what eBay did with their colors on their logo, they're going to slowly change that the landscape of Star Wars over time. And eventually we're never going to get back to where we as fans really want it to be. But I think that it will be better. It's just going to take everyone a long time to give them any sense of trust back as fans. And they're going to have to fight for it the entire way. Also, the Clone Wars is underrated, I think. Attack of the Clones. Yeah. My favorite part is when Padme, I'm just wasting time now because I get 25 seconds. Padme jumps down on the back. I was really drunk when I saw this. She jumps down right when they're up on the thing in the arena and gives Anakin a little kiss. Bald. Cried I have no idea why. Also cried at that Kevin Costner movie where he was a baseball player.
Oh, Bull Durham?
No, the other one.
Oh, Field of Dreams.
No, the other one.
Oh, Raging
for the Tigers. No, he played for the Tigers. What was it?
Oh, The Rookie.
For Love of the Game.
That one. Yeah, there's like 15.
I cried my eyes out of that one too.
Okay. Well, your time's up. I'm going to give you 10 points. That's good. Some good points there. I like what you said. You used your mulligan well. Very, very good. I approve. Now, Ellie, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, so you got 5 minutes on the board. You do have a mulligan and you do have a pass. Which do you want? Do you want any of those, or do you want to use the 5 minutes?
No, let's go ahead and do the 5 minutes. I do wish the 5 minutes can be used on another topic, but you don't even know if it's fun.
Old. So. Here we go. 5 minutes on the board. What is the current state of what is your opinion of the current state of Star Wars? Or I don't know. I put it in the chat, whatever. The current state of Star Wars. What do you think about it? Time starts now. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. Let's cover the current state of Star Wars now. And I'm glad that you said cold, because I think that is what I consider myself a fan of the original Star Wars and what came out, what came out in the 80s. And even when the first three, which were the last three, I guess, had come out, they were something to love. They were something to connect to. I mean, the Star Wars is what spoke to everyone, I think. Now what they're doing, and you're going to hear me say it a lot when we're talking about things being remade and stuff like that is actually one thing that pisses me off more than anything else, is that we have so many remakes. We have so many, and it's not just Star Wars. We have so many things where the original content was good or even great. And for whatever reason, and Mad Martigan kind of brought it up, whatever reason, they are pulling and stretching it as thin as they can. And hopefully, honestly, I don't think they'll stop until, like he said, there isn't going to be any more value to it, and there isn't going to be any money to be made to anything that Star Wars name gets slapped on coming up, right? And it sounds really, really sad, but I would hope for that to happen, because what they're doing is they're stretching this out, and it's petty and it's sad, because if you are getting paid thousands, millions, even billions of dollars, I see author Stephen Walton kind of said that in the chat. If you're getting billions of dollars, why in the hell can you not come up with an original idea for us? And I said this, I mean, they started taking, I was born in the 90s, right? So all those Disney movies that came out and everything, now they're taking them and they're making with live people. And stop messing with originals. And some of them come out, like Alysia said, Mandalorian was superb. There were moments that when we decided to branch off of these original things that we love, there were moments that they were made great. Did we need to take these things and branch up? Did we need to make the Mandalorian? Hell no. And I'm not even going to get started about Rogue One. Okay. But people have come to this point where they can't come up with an original idea. That's what I think. Every time I see shit like this happening, nobody can come up with an original idea despite millions of dollars to incentivize them to do it. And they're pandering. We are pandering to new generations. They're not going to have any respect. Kids these days are not going to have any respect for Star Trek. And I hope all you Trekkies know that and realize that. Because even though I haven't watched it, I follow a lot of people who do. I know a lot about what's going on in that community. And the same thing is happening, or already has happened, to Star Wars. We're trying to pander to new generations. We're losing the essence of what actually was so amazing and made us fall in love with every single character, with every single plot twist. Luke, I am your father. Dear God, can people even appreciate that nowadays? Because this is, if you look, when you're in the moment, oh, you respect it, you love it, you fall in love with it. But I mean, can you imagine someone who was born in the year 2000, 2005, 2010? Well, I guess they're still a little young, but this is the introduction they have to Star Wars, unless their parents are really good parents and they made sure their introduction was to originals. No, we're losing our values. We're losing our standards, and we are hurting what we once loved, all for the sake of money. Thank you.
In other words, what you're saying is that the current state of Star Wars is slightly worse than a free hooker.
Chris, can I respond?
Sure, you may respond, Matt.
Thank you. Just a few points. One, I appreciate that she said I had all the correct points and then repeated my points. Two, are we allowed to get help from the chat? Is that something that we're doing now?
You can read the chat as it goes along. It's perfectly fine.
You don't have to be so jelly to do. I know it's
In
the 5 minutes.
Okay, Matt.
5 minutes.
All right.
Damn, Ellie called him a jelly belly. Damn.
Last point. It's No, I am your father, not Luke. No. That's it.
Thank you.
All right. I'll give you 10 points. You used 5 minutes. You didn't have to. Mad, you got 10. Mad, you got 10. Ellie has 10. JJ, are you ready?
I thought you were giving me her.
I thought I was up there.
Points after your points that you make after the fact mean absolutely nothing for the points. As the points mean nothing. It's just how it works here. It's like if I gave you clear money that you couldn't see, that didn't exist. That's what the points are.
Can I ask something before JJ goes?
I guess.
Matt Martigan, are you going to be mean after everyone goes? Is this something to expect, or was it just super special?
Oh no, it was just you specifically.
I'm so flattered. I just wanted to get my.
All right, JJ, 5 minutes on the board unless you want to use that mulligan.
Oh, I got it back.
I'll be nice, unless you don't give a crap. 5 minutes is on the board. You got 5 minutes. Your time starts now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the current state of Star Wars is rather sad, but as a real fan of the IP, I've said it before. I've been been a fan since I was 4 years old. Is it what we wanted? No, it's what we got. They were all good movies. They weren't great. You know, there's no such thing as a perfect movie. I don't care what it is or what you're watching. There's always some plot hole armor, some things don't line up. There's always something. So when you look at Star Wars, I'm kind of keeping the hope, trying to keep the hope alive, because if rumor has it, and Drew, you would know more about this than I would, KK's contract's about up. Okay, she's about out the door. So what I'm holding out for is who's going to take the reins next. Will they bring George back? Will Filoni take over? Will Favreau take over? Whoever. I'm hoping that they might start putting it back on the right track. Real people that love real Star Wars, not this Disney-fied crap that we got. You know, it's rather sad, because I'm gonna be honest. I've watched everything, all 9 movies, the holiday special, Clone Wars, Rebels, Resistance. You know, and I didn't care for Resistance, but still, I've watched it all. Mostly all the documentaries, and I'm missing my Star Wars. But at the same time, me and Chris touched on this. I believe it was Tuesday night. You know, what we get, people complain about. People scream, we want something different. But then when they get something different, they're not happy with it. You know, it's like people need to make up your minds. You need to stop nitpicking at everything. You need to start being a little bit more open-minded, ladies and gentlemen. It's entertainment. Treat it as such. It's not real life. It ain't got nothing to do with anything. It's just a story about characters. You know, I just wish it could be better. And that's what I'm holding out for. You know, my thoughts on the current state of Star Wars is just an opinion, just like everybody else's. But it's something I love to watch. You know, we could get a movie next week. It could be the crappiest thing on earth. I'm talking about make Solo look like a diamond. So, you know, but still, people are going to complain about it. People are not going to like it, because that's our right to choose. That's our opinions that we have a right to have. And people need to really see it as such. And it's just entertainment. Either you like it or you don't like it. To me, it's a way to escape from life for a couple hours, and forget about everything going on in the world, no matter what's going on at that current point in time. It's the theater experience alone, and it's, I don't know how else to say it. You know, I can ramble on for the next minute and a half. It's, you know, I hold out. I hope, you know, it's like, okay, maybe we'll get something better. You know, I'd love to see something in the Old Republic timeline. Let's try some new stories, new characters, and try to do it right. Or looking for a say either a solo or a trilogy of Darth Vader in between episode 4 and episode 3 and episode 4. There's 20 years to cover there. And you know, the Rebels kind of fills in some of that gap. Rogue One picks up at, you know, afterwards. And you know, I wish things could be great like that, because I agree with Steven in the chat, you know, and probably a couple of others. Rogue One was the best of the 2 solo movies, and as far as a film, it was the best out of the trilogy also, even though it had nothing to do with the trilogy. It shows the potential Disney could have to make a great Star Wars movie, but they're not. It's all about the dollar to them. It ain't about the fans. It ain't about the culture that has been born off of it. And it's rather sad. You know, I still love it. I still want it to go on. A lot of people think Star Wars is dead, and rightfully so, but that's just a matter of opinion. We all have ours. So that's my current thoughts on the state of Star Wars.
Awesome. All right.
Can I? Sorry, I just wanted to. Is it okay if I kind of say something?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I really respect your view on it. I do believe that's what a true fan does at the end of the day. Like you said, everybody's going to have something to bitch about. But if this were a relationship, which it is for a lot of people, whether it's entertainment or not, if this were a relationship and, you know, it's not the same as it started out, and she kind of you start to lose that fizzle, maybe or sizzle. How long do you wait? Because you said you're holding out that's going to get better. How long do you hold out and on to that relationship before it gets better?
Well, that's the thing about hope. Hope has no time limit. Hope has no bounds.
Okay, Princess Leia from the end of Rogue One.
No. Just I'm being serious.
I'm the same way as you are. So, all righty, 10 points. I'll give you 10 points because, well, let's just say it. 10 points is about as much as I ever give anybody. So, unless I'm feeling really generous, and ask JJ, I'm not generous. So, Drew, you got 5 minutes on the board. Now you do have a mulligan, but you don't have to use it. What do you want to do?
I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
5 minutes is on the board. Your time starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the current state of Star Wars. Let me tell you what we have for the current state of Star Wars. You have fan apathy. You have almost a dying sense of attachment to the IP. And where has this come from? It is all because of two people, Kathleen Kennedy and Robert Iger. And I can tell you, the minute that they took George Lucas's treatments after that sale was made, threw them in the trash bin, and thought that they knew better than the creator of Star Wars, how to do Star Wars, get out of here. All right? I will tell you the problem that has evolved. They tried to go according to a formula that they thought, hey, we can pander to a whole new group of fans. Well, guess what? Those group of fans that you brought in and let infiltrate our fandom, by the way, are nothing but toxic bullies. You let toxic bullies come in and push real fans out of the fandom. And by God, we fought, we scratched, we clawed, we made a fan movement called the Fandom Menace that you will never get the best of. And I can tell you now that because we have the Fandom Menace, that is the only way that we have kept our foothold in the fandom, because these toxic assholes come at us every damn day, every video that we make, every article that we write, every information that we share, we get backlash. And that's fine. Ryan Johnson wants to call us toxic man babies. That's fine with me. You know what, Ryan Johnson, your movie was a piece of unintelligible crap. So I don't want to hear that from you. You have nothing to say. And when Troz came out, that was a bigger slap in the face than The Last Jedi, because first off, they didn't edit the movie correctly. They totally, it was unintelligible, mismanaged, and it didn't even have a coherent plot as it is without the edits. All it was JJ wanted to get revenge at Rian Johnson and say, oh, I can make a better movie than you. And they were going to have a playground slap fight about it. That isn't a movie to me. All that is again, Hollywood beef that is a disservice to fans. When you push real fans out of a fandom, disconnect the franchise from them and say, no, this is not yours anymore, that's when you show that you have zero respect for the people that got you here. And to me, that's bad business. So you can throw us all the bones you like. You can throw us The Mandalorian that has maybe a pittance of Star Wars in it. You can throw us something like Rogue One that has a pittance of Star Wars in it. But you will never bring back the magic that we had with episodes 1 through 6 because you chose to enjoy money and pandering to SJW politics over good storytelling. And until they bring good storytelling back, there is never going to be a basis in which to work from that's going to earn back fans or even catch the attention of casual fans. The only thing it's going to catch the attention of is the flag-waving pansies that claim to be Star Wars fans, but guess what? They're not buying the merch. Why is there 200 Rose Tico figures on the shelf? Why is there 200 Admiral Holdo figures on the shelf? Because nobody wants to buy the merch that claim to be Star Wars fans right now. Instead of being real fans, they're pansy fans. Like I said, they're fansies. They're not real fans. So when you decide to actually go and make a real Star Wars again, well, you just might get 2, 3, 4 fans back maybe. Or if you actually bring back the man that created it, you might get somewhere. So in closing, all I can say is right now, to many of us, Star Wars is dead. We're apathetic. We just don't care anymore. But the one thing we will care about is the fact that we will still celebrate the good things, and we will still celebrate the Star Wars that we grew up on, and we will certainly not let these SJW assholes take the fandom from us without a fight. And I can promise you that that is the truth. And you can take that to the bank because
True.
That's so.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Look me in the eyes. Will you marry me?
I was about to throw up a little like, hallelujah, amen.
Okay, so
Drew, was that scripted? Did you just read that off the screen? Because
he's
I
a
tried to
writer.
look.
He's a writer. I expected that, but you know what? With
Just
that lovely
Drew.
gusto, you get 10.5 points.
Keeping my eye on you people.
Drew.
Shady stuff going on.
You know I love you, bro, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why all the hatred?
Hatred?
I heard it in your voice. It was just like you're just
It's not.
giving me, the real fan, the true fan, the big.
Oh,
JJ,
okay. Whoa. We're not even going down that road.
Yeah, Drew. We're going to win this not by fighting what we hate, but saving what we love.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Mad.
That was
what,
Rose
Mad?
Tico, by the way.
Mad. You just got yourself a 0.5 points. I like that.
Oh shit! Really?
You give him points for quoting Rose Tico, Chris?
You know what, JJ? I'm just saying. I like the way you said it, though. I like the way.
It's not what you say; it's how and when you say it.
JJ, it's right. How and when you say it, you're down to 8 points. And
go ahead, take them all.
Next question we're gonna play now is. The Justice League Snyder Cut is being released officially. We know this now, okay? It's just a matter of time. Will it be any good? Will it be any good? All right, we're going to put that in the chat so you guys know what the question is. The Justice League Snyder Cut is being released. Will it be any good? All right, so Mad went first. And that means, Ellie, you're first. Let's find out how long you're going to have to talk about it. Boy, we're just knocking the big ones out of the park right from the get-go. 4 minutes. Take that 4 minutes off the clock. All right. Now, you have a free skip and you have your mulligan still. Do you want to use either of those?
No, that's okay.
All right. So
wow. I thought you would skip. I didn't think you knew the Snyder Cut.
We'll see. I'm pretty good at bullshitting. All this is just gonna.
We'll see. 4 minutes on the board. The time starts now.
Okay, so the biggest thing, and I will admit, I'm not super involved in all these things. The Snyder Cut is something relatively new and fresh to my understanding. From what I can tell from feedback, and I hope I don't offend anyone here, but it actually sounds like this is something that fans have been waiting for so long. And finally, next year, HBO, throwing a shout out, somebody sponsor me, they are going to get exactly everything that they want. However, they aren't going to receive everything they deserve, everything it can be. And I'll explain that in just a second. So I think the question is, will it be any good? I think if it's any good, yes, it is going to be good. I think fans are going to love it. You know, they were a little heartbroken when Snyder had to take off and we couldn't get his, full, his full play out and everything for the screen. It also brings the fact, okay, so how is it possible it won't be good? If you've seen the Jim Lee drawing, if anybody knows what I'm talking about, Jim Lee did a drawing with just this epic cliffhanger, right? So in this drawing, it's posted like 5 years later, and you see a post-apocalyptic Gotham, and you see the Justice team trying to make their way to Wayne Manor, the cyborgs being dragged, all these other dramatic things. And Batman, I believe it is basically saying we have to get in before the night comes. And I won't talk about it, but he's coming or something like that in this drawing. And that's supposed to be end of part 1 for this. And now, because Snyder was not able to be there to finish this off and do his original cut, now we're stuck in a position where actors cannot go and film this epic cliffhanger that everybody sees this drawing and they're like, oh my God, this is going to be amazing. But now we are stuck in a position where we can't produce that. So the problem and the conundrum and the conflict comes down to, will it be good? Yeah, there's no question about it being good or not. The question is, and we need it in these times, we do, but would true fans and true people who have been waiting for this for so long be willing to, and it's not even a question, it's a question I'm throwing out there. It's not anything I saw like around the community, but would y'all be willing to wait for this release if it meant you got to see this epic, amazing cliffhanger? So that's where we have to ask ourselves. There's no doubt it's going to be good, but it can be better. In my opinion, it can be way better. And you have to ask yourself, knowing that this is a potential epic cliffhanger for part 1 of this movie, are you willing to wait for it to be even better than it will be? And that's my thoughts. I pose the question. Thank you.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So, and I have not heard recently on this. Is this going to be originally what he wanted to do? Because I know he wanted to do 2 parts. So is he going to do a part 1 to this and then try to push for part 2? Or because I know they're going to cut it up into like 4 parts. Mm-hmm. But Okay, I just
From,
wasn't
no,
sure if
from
you
what
heard.
yeah. So he's always wanted to do a part 1 and a part 2.
Well, yeah, I know that was the original plan. So
Unfortunately, with everything that came up, he's not getting the ending he's wanted. You know, actors have volunteered to redo voice castings and everything, but there will not be the shot of this end of part 1 because CGI can only go so far. So it's not the ending he wanted.
well, we'll see what they do. You never know. I still think that he's going to get more of a budget than he already has right now. But that's my opinion. We'll give you 10 for that. We'll give you 10 for that. Again, bold move, not taking your mulligan. That's a very bold move. JJ, you're up next. I took 2 points away from you last time, didn't I?
Give me just a brief second. I'm typing something out real quick.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, but you said take all your points, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do what you feel. Do what you feel.
You don't have to plug my channel. I can go do that right now.
Hey, do what you feel necessary.
Oh, I took 2 more points away from you because you know you're just getting ballsy here.
How am I getting ballsy, man? You give me a damn wrench. Now, what do you want me to do with it? Just stick it up my ass?
Well,
is that a
pull it out of
question?
your ass when you're not on.
Is that a rhetorical question? No.
Okay, I'm ready now.
All right. 4 minutes is on the board. You do have your mulligan because I'll give you the mulligan for the 4 minutes. And
you know what?
Fine. 4 minutes.
No. I'll drop it to 3 minutes.
Oh, you see. Okay, 3 minutes on the board. Your time starts now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Snyder Cut. Yes, everybody wants it. Do I think it's going to be good? Yes, I do. Because in all actuality, I liked Justice League, but at the same time, you can tell it was like another version of Rise of Skywalker, or the first version of Rise of Skywalker. It was a bunch of poorly edited mishmash shit. Okay, now to see what Zack Snyder had fully visualized for this film. Oh man, I would love to see it. I think it's going to be great. It might even be fabulous. I don't know, but we just have to wait and see for that. But on the flip side of that coin, well, guess what? It's just another cash grab, just like any other. I would love to see the original cut, JJ's cut of The Rise of Skywalker, to see how different it really was. It might have been better, might have been worse. Hell, I want to see Trevorrow's version of it. Who knows? But with the Justice League, I've never been a big comics person. I don't read the books. I don't know who did what or did where. I know the basics of most of the characters, and I liked what I saw. I love Wonder Woman. I love Batman. Affleck pulled off a good Batman. Even Jason Momoa pulled off a decent Aquaman. Now, just to show how much I really don't give a shit about this particular one, The Flash could have been better. And Cyborg, the original plan was more of him was going to be in the movie. I thought it should have. But it's what the fans want, and the fans are going to get it for once. I don't know if you want to call it the fandom menace or not, but it is the fandom. Mm-hmm. They won. They got what they're getting what they wanted. Now they're going to get to see what they wanted. Now, when it's done, we're going to see how much they want to complain about it. But because there's always going to be something somebody's not going to like. But I'm interested to see it. I can't wait to see it because, like I said, I actually like Justice League, but I want to see a good finished version of it. And it'll be definitely good. And I don't know how much more I can say about that in 35 seconds. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's good. It's good. Go see it. It's good. HBO, it's good. Watch it, like it, or complain about it, because I guarantee you, once it comes out, there's going to be at least 1,000 videos right off the bat of what they didn't like about it. Mm-hmm. And then there's going to be another 1,000 stating, "Oh my God, I love this." It's up for the people to decide, no matter how you look at it. But the fandom is finally getting what they wanted. They won right now. Let's see if we can keep it going.
Well, I would say real quick that they've won twice, and I don't necessarily agree with what happened to the Solo movie, but I think that's a win. I think that was a big part of the fandom complaining, and they kind of boycotted that movie. And then I say that, yeah, again, this is a win for the fandom, and I would say it's an offshoot of the Fandom Menace. I think a lot of the big fans of my brain.
Well. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, Chris. Everybody says the Phantom Menace, okay, because the name was inspired, I guess, off of the Phantom Menace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because the same logoing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not just about Star Wars; it's about the fandom.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
And I'm sorry, I'm probably going to argue with JJ every single time. I'm sorry, apparently. But while I agree that, and it's almost disgusting, but this is what people do. They find the negative. That's how they get viewers. That's how everybody loves drama. So I will not argue with that. What I will argue is, well, I love Ben Affleck. Like, yummy. Yes. Like, let's talk Armageddon. Love Ben Affleck. He should not have ever been cast as Batman.
Oh, that's wrong.
Let's talk Armageddon.
Talking some trash there. I don't know. Batman. No. I'm a defender.
Ellie just found a way to lose.
I liked him as Batman. I thought he was a pretty good Batman.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm just gonna say, if I lose points, if I lose favor because I express my opinion, then so be it.
Well,
but
that's fine.
He was not
Affleck.
Well, I love Ben Affleck. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Maybe I saw Batman being a certain way. I grew up watching a particular type of Batman. So.
Okay. You got to say what you said, and you lost 2 points for it. Happy birthday, Drew.
All right. So
wait. You got 4 minutes on the board. Do you want to use your mulligan?
No, I'm good.
Fine. Start now.
All right. So with the Snyder Cut, of course, we view this as a victory for fandom, much in the way that we had a victory with Sonic the Hedgehog. But the unfortunate thing is with the way that things changed in our culture around us, it was a short-lived victory because, unfortunately, identity politics is going to rule many of the projects from here on out. So it was short-lived, but it still was a victory. Now, for the actual Snyder Cut, what I think is great about it is fans are going to get to see a lot of the cameos that they expected in the original Justice League that simply weren't in there. Heck, there was just a rumor today that we may see Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern. You know, we're going to probably see Darkseid. We're going to see the guy that was the Atom before he was the Atom, which he'll be introduced as Dr. Choi, I believe, a guy working for Star Labs. And then, you're going to have a ton of other content spliced throughout. I also like how they're breaking it down, and when it goes to HBO Max, it's going to be done episodically, which sort of adds some suspense week after week, because you're going to be psyched to watch the very next week and see what happens. So I really think that this was ingenious, and don't get me wrong, it was also a way to make money. I understand that, as a lot of people like to make that argument, but I don't think that you should take away from the fact that the fans really did win here. And I think that, if it does well, there is a big possibility that that dream of having sort of a Zack Snyder DC verse is back on the table. I mean, you have to really explore that at that point. Now, what I will say on the downside is with J.J. Abrams over, handling the DC cinematic universe, well, we should probably pump the brakes on optimism, because we know what JJ does. And if the other rumor is true that if Kathleen Kennedy is indeed out at Lucasfilm and Disney, and she makes her way over to work for J.J. Abrams. Oh God, then my heart is with you, stalwart DC fans, because that will not bode well for anyone remotely that likes any sort of superhero movies. But all in all, I do believe that the Snyder Cut will be a success, and I also believe that it will be a building point for future content, because as we know, there are certain things lacking if you go back and watch the Justice League movie as is right now. Matter of fact, I just watched it a week ago, and you can see where certain cameos would have made sense, and they were cut out entirely. So I really am looking forward to seeing what this brings with it, and it's exciting to be able to see Zack Snyder's vision. Anytime you get to see somebody's full vision, it's a good thing, because I believe in art.
Okay. Yeah, I was neither for it or against it. I'm fine with it that they're going to do it, because I am with you. I want to see what his idea was. Because I could definitely tell where things were working during the original cut of Justice League and where they weren't. And I'm figuring that it was probably more his stuff that worked, because that was an offshoot of his vision that he originally had. So I'm not against it. And now that they're going to do it, I'm looking forward to it. So
yeah, there's some exciting stuff, like seeing Darkseid and stuff like that. A lot of people have been waiting for that.
Yeah.
I have a question real quick. Drew, I know you got a little bit of the inside sources. Has it been said yet with these episodes if they're going to be 30 minutes, 45 minutes? Has anything been mentioned about that yet?
No, but I imagine it'll be probably something akin to like a typical like what you would watch with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. without commercials. That's roughly
42 to 47.
And yeah. I'm sorry, just real quick again, I just want to put it out there, not trying to be a buzzkill or anything. I really want to see Darkseid as well. However, that hasn't been promised. It's been teased. It hasn't been prompt. There's a lot of allusion to it.
Well, if you're going to show the gun in the room, you got to use the gun, right?
Boy, thanks, Ellie.
All right.
Maybe you beat the intruder to death over the head, but I'm not trying to be a bummer. I'm really hoping.
All right, Matt. Are you ready?
Yeah, I got this.
It's on the board. Your time starts now.
All right. The other people talked about the Justice League and characters and blah, 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 blah. I want to focus on Zack Snyder and whether or not this is going to be a good movie, because I think it's going to be moderately better. If we look at what Zack Snyder has done before, don't forget he was the one with the whole, wait, your mom's name's Martha too? Yes, we become best friends. Yeah, I mean, what the? So again, we really need to tamper down the excitement for the Snyder Cut, because it is still Zack Snyder. I loved 300. I still do. I still watch it every once in a while. There's so much good stuff in there, right? But then let's look at everything else he's done. It all looks so. He hooks you with his, like, visually is spectacular what you're seeing, but there's so little to go along with it. And I think his problem is the reason why his movies always get edited to hell is because he has this very slow burn feel to the way he makes his movies, which I appreciate, but it goes on for too long, and then they start cutting away it. Look at all the movies he's done and how much cutting was done, how much editing was done. And I think that hurts him. And I think it's going to hurt this unless they give him as much time, screen time or running time as possible, maybe. But then you're gonna have to break it up, man. It's too long. But I think that Zack Snyder, outside of 300, I enjoy Dawn of Dead. Haven't seen it. I need to go rewatch it. I mean, what else did he do that is memorable? Superman was dark and gloomy, and he went. I fell asleep the first time I saw it. I fell asleep, and I do that. Never happens to me. And Sucker Punch, what the kind of fever dream shit was that? I don't even know what to make of Sucker Punch. Are you kidding me? But again, I still think it's going to be moderately better than the Whedon / Snyder cut. And how much time do I have left? I can't see. It's too far away.
A minute 27 seconds.
All right, so let's talk about some other things with Zack Snyder. Let's look him up. Batman v Superman. God, what a waste. Sucker Punch. Oh, Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Garul. I forgot about that one. I'll give him credit for that one. I actually enjoyed that one a lot. But again, it still had all those same Snyderisms, if you will. You know, the sand blasted, coloring. Is that correct? That feels right. Sand blasted covering, and everything's just kind of dark, but it's cool because you had fighting owls with like claws, and they're like, "Oh, I'm an owl with claw." I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't really know the dialogue, but I feel like it was something like that. Like, "Arr." And I don't know. I thought it was pretty good, Watchmen. I forgot all about Watchmen. You know why? Because it's boring as shit. It was faithful to the comics, whatever. It was boring as shit. Wasn't as bad as what HBO's done lately with that shit, but it was still boring. I mean, because every movie looks the same, it feels the same, and maybe there's been enough time that has passed for both Zack Snyder and the production and everyone else to be like, okay, well, this shit, people aren't liking it, so let's kind of, do something else. Like they've had enough time to see what did not work for fans. Maybe they can correct course.
Nice.
Dude,
11.5 points. I'm going to put you up to 22 points. Good job. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job. Anybody else got anything to say about that? Nope.
No, just bravo.
Yes, very nice. All right. So we're going to spin the wheel of topics for topic number 3. After this, we're going to go ahead and let you guys pimp yourselves out, tell everybody about yourself and all that. That's after this next question, which we're going to get right now. Uh-oh. I love this question. Oh, I've been waiting for this one. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Yes or no? And why?
And we're going to get a short amount of time with it. I hate you so much.
Listen, hey, don't. Oh, okay. You know what? You're going to lose more points if you're not careful.
I don't even care. Take them. You make me sad.
Well, there's still 3 minutes on the board.
There's not enough time to talk about Rocky Horror.
You have a mulligan. You can ask for 5 minutes if you want.
Oh, that's true.
Wait,
okay.
no, or did you use it? Hold on.
She can still skip the question too.
Oh, she can't. She could. She wants to skip this question, I think. The time on the board for this question is 2 minutes. 2 minutes on the board, but because it's 2 minutes, it stays on the board. And up next, let's see.
Is it me?
It's going to be JJ. JJ, you're on the board for 2 minutes. Let's get the timer back up here. Get 2 minutes on the board. And your time starts now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Personally, I could care less for it because I saw it when I was younger many times. I never really understood the whole thing behind it. But yes, it was a unique theater experience. But still, I never really understood it. A lot of times, me and my friends would just sit back and watch craziness happen. But it's not a movie I choose to watch. It never, it's just, oh, I'm a sweet transvestite, blah blah blah. Let's do the time. No, it's just, I don't care for musicals. I don't care for at the time, as young as I was when I saw it, I didn't care for the campy humor. It just didn't work for me. And I know there's a lot of other films out there that are like that with other people that, no, I didn't like it. No, I didn't care for this actor or that actor. And to me, there was a lot of great actors in this. Susan Sarandon, the doctor, help me out, Chris.
Curry, Tim Curry.
Tim Curry, yeah. They did wonderful jobs. It just wasn't my kind of movie. Because I
I'm
don't
sorry.
forget.
Tim Curry wasn't the doctor. Just wanted to say that real quick.
He's
Well,
Dr. Frankenfurter.
yeah, Dr. Frankenfurter, the transvestite. And it's just like I said, I didn't understand it. I really didn't. It had a lot of themes and a lot of that humor that I think I was just too young to understand. And as an older man, I haven't went back and revisited it, but you know, it's not something. I think it's something I can put on the back burner because there's other things I want to see first. Yeah, just not a big fan. I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying I didn't care for it. You know, would I recommend it to people that like that kind of stuff? Sure, go ahead, watch it, enjoy it. It's just was never my kind of thing.
Yeah. You talked. I'll give you 5 points.
Oh, thank you, the great and honorable Chris.
You talk. I'll give you 5 minutes. Points. Oh, that's great.
I'll give him 5 points because he wasted some oxygen on that. So, anyways, up next is Drew. Drew, you got 2 minutes on the board. Would you like to use your mulligan and make it more or less?
No, let's do it.
2 minutes on the board. Rocky Horror Picture Show, yes or no, and why?
Well, a Rocky Horror Picture Show, I mean, it's a rite of passage. I mean, even if you don't necessarily like musicals, everybody has seen this musical. And, you know, how can you not appreciate Susan Sarandon, who, like, seems like half of the movie she's running around in her bra, which is, like, I mean, good God, back then she was a friggin', like, hottie, so it's like, hello. But I think the bigger thing is, oh my God, if you haven't gone to a midnight showing with a group of friends to see this movie, I mean, it's just great. It's one of the things like that right now in the era of stupid ass social distancing. My God, I give my eye teeth to go to a midnight showing with a group of friends and kick back and watch this movie. You know, sure. Yeah, it's a silly musical. Not one of my most favorites. It's not by any means a 5-star movie, but what it is absolutely positively fun. I mean, you know, Tim Curry just showed why he's a superstar in this movie, because any role that he plays, he knocks it like out of the park. It's the whole Transylvanian transvestite routine is great, and it's even better like now, because you can kick back and kind of laugh at it a little bit because of you know, the really goofy, out of their mind transgender people we have now. So you know, it's nice that we have a cultural icon like this, and you know, we need to preserve more of our cultural icons, and that's why this is an absolute yes for me, any day of the week.
You just lost that 0.5 I was going to give you because time was not completely up yet. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to give you 10.5. You're up to 31 points, sir. Good job. Very good. JJ, you just disappoint me.
What the hell did I do now?
You disappointed me.
What, because I didn't like this shit?
Child, you need help. Up next, Mr. Mad
Chris.
Martigan. Yes, sir.
Chris, if you ain't figured it out by now, I'm way beyond help.
Oh, I know that. All right, Mad Martigan. 2 minutes is on the board. Your time starts now.
First, I just want to say that Chris brought up a great point about this being a waste of oxygen, because it is. I've never seen this movie. I've never wanted to see this movie. You know how many times people have said, like, oh, you got to see the Rocket Horror whatever movie. They dance, and we dance in the theater. No. And as far as going with a group of friends, as a group of friends, I would not want to be associated with whatsoever. That, all right. By the way, it does have some great stars in it. In fact, Barry Bostwick. You want to see a good Barry Bostwick movie? Go see Megaforce, because that thing rocks. Susan Sarandon, I just watched The Client last night, getting ready for this. She was great in The Client. Awesome. Tim Curry's awesome in everything he does. That I could think of and come up with a list of movies that he has done if I wanted to, which I do want to,
Combo.
and I can do without Google. They were Home Alone, Annie, Scary Movie 2. Oh shit, he was in Congo. Look, that's a movie we should talk about. Congo was cuckoo bananas in one of the best ways possible, right?
Gee,
my favorite part is
bring up Anaconda.
Can he do this? Can he do this? In the middle of my is everyone free?
I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it.
Wow, look at him time.
There's another one. There's another one.
All right. So that's a point off of Vici for talking over him.
Thank you.
Worry, though. He's not going to make many points for talking.
Look, all I'm saying is I feel as though Rocky Horror Show is something that you either saw at the right time with the right people, or you missed out on it. And that shouldn't be held. That should not be held against people who do not want to see the movie and who aren't interested in the movie. Just because we didn't hit it at the same time you did, we should not be penalized. Nor should we lose points in this game.
My heart weeps for you, child.
May I just real quick? I'm so sorry.
Go right
I'm
ahead.
not trying to be rude in any way. I
Oh.
respect the fact that you have not watched this and you can't fully grasp the situation and the content of what you have not participated in or seen. I respect that. But this movie is timeless, so it doesn't freaking matter when you watch it. If you are human and if you have emotions, this movie speaks to you. And make Chris cry.
I'm going to give you 3 points because you've been just robbed of
Thank you.
precious,
Appreciate that.
precious memories.
Bullshit.
All right. So,
It's almost for being subjective movies. I guess some are objectively.
All right, Ellie. You got 2 minutes on the board. You do have a mulligan, so you can add time to it if you wish.
Yeah, can you give me 5 minutes?
Oh, I can give you 5 minutes, darling. I can give you 5 minutes for this because I just hope to God you make me happy here. Your mulligan has been used. You asked for the 5 minutes.
Well, she added she for the first time I've seen Chris. She added time, so that should be at least worth one
Oh,
bonus.
no.
I may not say anything very good. I think we should-
John has added time. That man's got problems. So, anyways,
Good point.
Time
Good point.
starts now, Ellie.
Okay, so for so many reasons, and I'm not trying to play the LGBTQ card, but for so many reasons, this movie, I wouldn't say was everything to me, but it meant a lot. Okay, the first thing I want to say, cult classic. Whether you liked it or not, I have rarely come across people who have actually watched it and didn't like it. Yeah, no, I come across plenty of people who watched it and they loved it. I haven't come across a lot of people who watched it and didn't like it. Whether or not you have to acknowledge and respect the fact that this is a cult classic. It was risky. It was very pushy for the times. And they said, let's freaking do it. So this is a movie to be respected. If you look at the surface and you see a bunch of freaks and weirdos and transvestites doing freaky weird shit, and that's all you see, that's your prerogative. I'm not going to hate you. I'm not going to dislike you, but that's your opinion on it. Okay, so one of the reasons this movie does speak to me so much, I saw it in my teens, and I was always out of place. I was always out of place growing up in the town I was in, the way I felt about people, romantic interests and all that stuff. I was always out of place. And this movie made me feel normalized to a certain extent. This movie spoke to me. It reached out across all this fear and confusion. And it said, you know what? You're perfect the way you are. That's what this movie said to me, and I know a lot of others. Okay, so it speaks out and it gives you a home. It has given so many people a home. It has become a community, whether it's the live showings, the midnight showings you went to, or actually watching it at home with friends, or watching it at home by yourself. It is something that reached across an entire community and said, hey, let your freak flag fly without any judgment. There is no judgment that comes from this movie. There is no right or wrong. The other reason for me is that, and it goes to the point that this connects again so many different ideals, so many different beliefs and points of view, because my father is one of the most conservative people I know. He's so conservative. Everything's very proper. He loves the midnight shows were his thing. He loves Rocky Horror Picture Show so much. And this isn't something that should appeal to conservative people. But guess what? It does, and it can, because there is not just a message of a sweet transvestite from transsexual Transylvania on the board. There is not a message about sex galore. If you really watch it and appreciate it for what it is, you will see the real message. So it reaches across so many different bridges. This is to what JJ was saying as far as he doesn't like musicals. This isn't just a musical, okay? I grew up where let's do the time up again. That was a Halloween song. Like, that was something we heard every year. And so it's not just a musical. It's not something it's just a musical. I knew that song before I even knew it was in a, quote, musical. This relates to everyone because we understand the culture. LGBTQ has been around longer than it has been recorded. And so that's why it's relating so much now, because it's becoming a more accepted thing. There's so much to this. There's prematurely jumping into marriage. How many of us know someone, even a family member, a friend, that prematurely jumped into marriage at a young age? And you're sitting there shaking your head, right? You're like, nope, damn it, Janet, nope. And then it goes to adultery. It goes to learning about the ways of the world. And because I had my bubble popped when I got outside, when I became an adult. There was so much I didn't know, and it's freaky and it's overwhelming. And you're feeling done in, couldn't win. And then you kind of just accept it, and you accept the world, and you accept yourself for who you truly are and the things you truly desire to have in life. Do you go through a bunch of bullshit that maybe you're like, oh, I could have lived without doing that? Sure. But at the end of all of it, you truly figure out who you are. And that's what's beautiful about Rocky Horror Picture Show. Thank you.
Well, look at that. Time's up. Very good. My heart feels better now. I feel like I could live now. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna bring you up to 27 points. Yeah, that's. I'm gonna give you that. Yeah. So let's see here. JJ, you went first. JJ went first. So that's it. That's it for that question. And with that said, let's go ahead and take down the wheel and everything real quick. And we're going to go around the board, and we're going to have you guys tell everybody that's watching right now where you are, where you can be found, what you're doing, all that good stuff. Start with you, JJ. JJ, tell everybody about yourself.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JJ. I'm a little bit of everywhere. I'm kind of a Chris's apprentice right now. I'm a little stream more, trying to get better at it. But mainly you can find me on my own channel. I do a weekly live stream. It's called Randomness at its Finest. Random panel, random topics. Starts around anywhere between 10 and 10:30 Eastern time, PM, Sunday nights. I'll be doing one this week, so if you guys are interested in checking out, you know where to find me. And also you can find me right here at SithLord3827 on Twitter. Sometimes I tweet, sometimes I retweet, sometimes I don't. It's a lottery. Come check it out. And as always, Chris, thank you for letting me be here, man.
Not a problem, JJ. Thank you for being here as usual. I do appreciate it very much. Up next, we're going to go to Drew Taylor, Mr. Supreme Heretic. Tell everybody about yourself and where they can find you.
All right. You can read me on boundingintocomics.com, of course, because I write there. And physical therapy is starting to work. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. And so I'm back into writing now. And, of course, I'll be getting my own website, Sickest of All, going again. And also you can catch me on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Supreme Heretic, where we are about to do the Pegasus Actual podcast in about 6 minutes. So make sure that you catch that as soon as you're done watching this great program. And besides that, I'm all around the different streams. I got a lot of friends around the fandom, and I like hanging out on their channels as well. So, remember, everybody, we rise together. So everybody support one another. That's how we get better.
All right. And now, Drew, do you need to go? If you need to go, that's perfectly fine.
Yes, sir. I've got 5 minutes. I need to bounce, but I had a great experience doing this, and hopefully next time, now that I got my feet wet, and I'm the champion up until this point, anyway.
What the fuck?
So I'll be back in the future.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Drew.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Drew.
Later,
All right.
See you, Drew.
Later, Drew.
All right. Then next up is Mr. Martigan. Go ahead and tell everybody about yourself, where they can find you, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, you can find me at JMC Productions, the YouTube channel. I sent a link to JJ in the DM, so maybe he can put that up there at some point.
Everybody's links
find me on...
are down in the description box, just so you know.
Oh, are they? Oh,
yeah,
awesome.
But everybody's links down there, so yeah.
Normally, I don't give out that information. I like my subscribers to earn my content, but since it's your people, I figured I would be nice enough and let them find me. Let's see. We have an 14 Barber and I. We do a show called Tava. We haven't worked out the pronunciation yet, but basically, it's true UFO anomalies and abductions, something like that. We haven't worked that part out either, but it's awesome. We're doing our second episode tomorrow. We've already done a couple of special reports. They always go off the walls. We will go from aliens to Scientology to dolphins being jerked off in a pool by a lady, and who knows where it goes. So that's really cool. You should check out my channel. You can follow me on Twitter if you feel like it. And that's it.
I really thank you for being here, Matt. Thank you very much. And
thank you for having me.
Well, definitely, anytime. Last but not least, Miss Ellie. Ellie, tell everybody about yourself, where they can find you, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, no. So my YouTube channel is the Orville family. Basically obsessed with it. Obsessed with most of Seth MacFarlane's work. It's a whole story. But the Orville is something really amazing. It's starting to bridge gaps as far as like Star Trek and all these other sci-fi nerds that I love because I'm one of them now. And so we once a week, Monday nights, 4 p.m. West Coast, which what is it? That's 6 for you, Chris, which is the best time. And then 7 on the East Coast, we go ahead and we have a little family night kind of a thing. And we talk about a certain episode or a certain topic. And what's really cool, if you've never seen the Orville, is you will be able to come, because even JJ, before he watched the Orville, was in on these things. And you can still have a conversation because the topics are all relatable to today's world. So I definitely welcome anyone and everyone to come and join us, join our family. We accept with open arms, and check me out. I'm on Twitter as like Ellie Star 2020 is my handle. So
all right.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Okay, guys. So here's the deal. We're going to go back to the wheel of topics, and we got 2 more topics to go. And let's see here. Before we go and talk about it, let's see here. We're going to go ahead and disperse. Drew's 30 points. Everybody's going to get 10 extra points. So JJ, you're up to 33. Ellie, you're up to 37. And Mad, you're down to 5. Up to 35. Sorry.
35. All right. Yeah.
I'm really excited
37.
for this, and I'm really sad that I don't have my mulligan to talk more about it. I love Al Pacino. Okay.
So just in recent past, Al Pacino turned 80. What has his impact been to cinema? Al Pacino just turned 80. What has his impact been to cinema? I did not type that out right. Trust me, it sucks that I now that I look at it, I'm like, oh my God, please God, don't tell me I wrote that. But let's see how much time you guys are going to have to talk about it. Oh, this happens. Oh, 1 minute is on the board. Let's see here. Let me fix that real quick there. All right. So Al Pacino just turned 80. What has his impact been to cinema? There is only going to be 1 minute on the board. And that's how this cookie crumbles sometimes. And let's go up here 1 minute. And first up is would have been Drew. So let's see here. Who wants to go first? I'll just do this in random whatever. Who wants to go first? Okay, don't everybody ask once.
I'll go ahead and go first.
Okay. All right, Ellie, you're first. 1 minute on the board. Your time starts now.
Okay, so and unfortunately, again, if you couldn't tell, I'm a little upset about the time. Al Pacino, wow. The first thing I want to say that he helped kind of switch up when it comes to cinematography and Hollywood in general is okay. Like, he's good looking, but you're attracted to him because of his talent. Okay, so he came in and he broke the mold. He said, you don't have to be some gorgeous, tall, buff guy with, you know, the best looks ever. He came in and he said, let me show you what someone with talent can really do. Okay, he also made us want to fall in love with and root the bad guy. I don't know if he's the OG for that, but he made us want to fall in love with the bad guy and root for him. Godfather, he wasn't even supposed to be Michael in Godfather. I feel like I have to talk really fast. He wasn't even supposed to be. He showed up and he's like, I'm the GOAT. Watch me do this. So he changed it. Better acting is what does it.
Time's up.
Sorry, I'm sad.
Okay. Well, you know, just to be nice, because it is 1 minute, I'll give you 10 points. You're up to 47. All right. Up next, let's go up and go to Mad Martigan. Mad Martigan, 1 minute on the board. Al Pacino just turned 80. What has his impact been to cinema? 1 minute starts. Wait, yeah, 1 minute starts now.
Everybody knows when someone says, say hello to my little friend. Godfather is epic. Heat is epic. But, you know, when you get old in life, things get taken from you. I mean, that's part of life. But you only learn that when you start losing stuff. You find out life's this game of inches. So is football. Because in either game, life or football, the margin for error is so small. I mean, 1/2 a step too late or too early, you don't quite make it. 1/2 step too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails in the dirt for that inch.
Okay, so I take back all the hatred I had for Mad Martigan.
Okay.
It's the 6 inches in front of your face.
Matt,
go ahead.
Matt, you've got your 12 points. You're back up. You're at 47 now. That was beautiful. I love it. And almost just timed perfectly to fit that whole part in there. But that was beautiful.
Yeah,
just a little bit, but I'm not gonna hurt you for that. So up next is JJ. JJ, 1 minute on the board. Your time starts now. JJ? JJ?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
Restart the clock and repeat the question, please.
All right. Al Pacino just recently turned 80. What has his impact been to cinema?
Well, yep.
On the board, your time starts now.
Okay. I've never watched too much of Pacino, but what I have seen has been great cinema. He has had a severe impact on today's cinema because the man is a good actor. He can pull the parts out of thin air and just totally just rock it. Favorite movie of all was Heat. I love that movie. And then, of course, The Godfather. 1, 2. Not a big fan of 3, but and then I believe Pacino also did Raging Bull, did he not? It's just classic cinema, man. You want some good. Like I said, I haven't seen a lot, but if you want some good popcorn action drama, Pacino's the way to go. I'll stand behind that any day of the week. And
Absolutely.
Time's up.
Yeah, time's up. I will give you 10. So right now, at the end of round 4, which I will not tell you what your scores are until the end of round 5 now, but we are at 47. That's Matt and Ellie. And JJ's at 43. Now, since I don't think Drew used his mulligan, we're going to do something here. Not only are we going to spin to see who starts this round. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put you on there, Matt, because
thank you.
Because it's not fair to keep you out of it because you were first. But we're going to spin not only to see who starts this round, but who gets his mulligan too. So you will get an extra mulligan. How about that? Who's the best person in the world? That's right. That's me. You don't even have to answer. I know the answer to that. So, anyways, let's see. Uh-oh.
That feels right. That feels right.
There, look at that. Mad Martigan, you are again first this round.
Thank you.
You are again first this round, and you get an extra mulligan. So you don't have to use it if you don't want to, but you do have it if you want to. So we're going to spin and see what the last question is. The last question is going to be, who or what is your favorite Star Wars character and why? And if you say Rose Tico, I will kick you to the curb and you will never be brought back on. No, just kidding. If that's honestly what it is, then by all means, just be ready for the hatred. Anyways, who or what, because, not everybody's a person in Star Wars. So who or what is your favorite Star Wars character and why? The time you will have to speak about this is 3 minutes. 3 minutes is going to be on the board.
Is this the last question?
This is the last question. Yes,
right.
3 minutes on the board.
If I skip this question, does that mean that I don't get points?
No. You don't get to skip. The mulligan is the amount of time you want to use. So you can take it down to less time, or you can take it all the way up to 5 minutes or 4 minutes or 2 or 1. It doesn't matter.
3 minutes, fine. That's it.
So you don't want to use the mulligan. That's perfectly fine. No. You're allowed not to.
I'll save it for the next time I'm on.
You don't get to do that. So 3 minutes on the board. Your time starts now.
So I went back and forth on this a lot, quite a bit. And I ended up on Mace Windu, and I'll tell you why. He, out of all the depictions that I've seen of Jedi, he stands out above all of them, even though he's not green or has a long neck or any of the other crazy cuckoo banana stuff in the prequel. And the reason he stood out was because that he had this swagger that other Jedis didn't have. Like when he in Attack of the Clones, when he decapitates Jango Fett, he looks back down at him just like, yeah, bitch. Like it would have been great if since Revenge of the Sith was PG-13, that gives you one F word. And I don't know why George Lucas did not give him that one F word.
He should have.
Right?
I got a story after this round to tell you if you don't know it, but go ahead, keep going.
Yeah. And I mean, think about it. Like, just Samuel L. Jackson in of himself, like he came on and he's like, I want my lightsaber to be purple. Well, okay, yeah, we'll have to make all new lore around this choice of lightsaber color. But yeah, sure, man, you're Sam L. Like, do what you do. And what I liked about him was like there was moments like when Revenge of the Sith, when Palpatine did his spinning Street Fighter move up to the place where all the Jedi like Mace Windu was there and all the other ones, and just sliced them in half. And as they're fighting, you see it in Sam's eyes, like that was not like, you know, that wasn't like peace and tranquility like what you saw with like with any of the other Jedis that were fighting, like Luke. Even when Luke had his moment in Return of the Jedi, it did not look like that. Sam was like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill this mother," but he couldn't say it because George wouldn't let him say it. And I would love if we could delve deeper into that, how he was able to maintain his balance and keep that darkness.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Mace Windu movie, yes or no?
Absolutely. Well, not now.
Okay, because if Disney wasn't involved,
absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Would love it.
Okay,
would love it.
Okay.
Not now though. No, because they would have to give him a female partner. She would be like berating him the entire movie.
That's not how you do it.
But I think there was so much more there. Like, and it's weird because he doesn't have a lot of time throughout the all three movies of the prequels. But man, when he's on screen, that is all you see, and deservingly so.
That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I will tell you your points after this round. So, Ellie, you're going to go next. 3 minutes is on the board. Are you ready?
Okay, I just want to point out I went first last time. But what I want to ask, I want to propose a proposition. Because while I like this question, I would definitely pick Han Solo, and I could explain that. I was really hoping to talk about Batwoman. Could I use my skip question to skip to that question, get completely off topic maybe? No?
That's not how it works.
I'm just proposing something to... Okay, fine.
You either skip the question and don't say anything, or you talk now.
I want to talk about Batwoman.
That's okay. It'll be on there for another day.
Okay,
so maybe
fine.
next time in fact, I'll promise you the same thing I promised DJ, and I've promised a few other people. I will hold that question specifically for you for the next time you're on.
Okay.
Now, it doesn't mean we'll get it, but I will hold that question back.
Okay.
The next time you're
Watch me go to the final round, and then it's that question. I'm gonna.
All right. 3 minutes on the board. Your time starts now. Favorite Star Wars character and why? Go.
Yes. Okay. So, thinking back on it, and I know how cliche, especially as a woman, it's probably going to sound, but definitely Han Solo. Okay. Reason A, and any ladies in the chat, I don't know how many. Young Harrison Ford. Yes, please and thank you. But not only that, so I will say this about Harrison Ford. This is the one critique I would say I have. He's not a very dynamic actor. So Han Solo was kind of the same as Indiana Jones, especially when it came to the womanizing aspect. I will give him that. However, this cocky, confident... Yeah, actually, it kind of makes me think of you, Chris. And then when he's wrong, he doesn't admit he's wrong, right? I don't care if that loses me.
Wait, never wrong.
It's never wrong, though. This cocky confidence that comes with something, to a point, it can be a total turnoff, right? But I think Harrison Ford conveyed it in a way that guys are kind of like, I want to be that dude, and women are kind of like, I want to be with that dude, or vice versa. You know, whatever floats your boat. And he had an objective, and he wasn't going to get distracted by a woman, but he was totally distracted by a woman. I'm sorry, I'm going back and forth. And like, what, are you afraid I'd leave without saying goodbye and stuff like that? Like, you have to love that kind of character in a movie, and you love to hate him and you hate to love him all at the same time. You want Princess Leia to be with him, but then you're like, oh my God, she could do so much better, right? So I love the dynamic that that Han Solo was able to bring, because yes, there's this huge sci-fi element to it. Like, that's just duh, Ellie, duh. But when you can add in stuff to a certain genre, and I'm not even talking to like an extent of like rom-com, comedy, and romance, but you got sci-fi, And when you can add in this certain like sex appeal and this certain romance, kind of like saucy little tension between two characters, in my opinion, you just enhanced your storyline so much more. It's sexy. You got Princess Leia in a bikini with a big disgusting blob behind her, and you just like go in and save her. Well, first he has to get, you know, but you know, and it's just it brought an interesting dynamic having not only Han Solo but Harrison Ford cast in that role. So that's why he's my favorite.
All right. Very good. Very good. I'll tell you what your points are at the end of this round. JJ, 3 points is on the board, or 3 minutes is on the board. Yep.
First off,
go ahead. First off.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So your time starts now.
Thank you. First off, I want to applaud you both because they're great. Both of them are great characters, you know, and being the fan that I am, I have to say, you know, Mace Windu, hell yeah. Han Solo, hell yeah. But you want us to talk about someone cold and calculating? Let's talk about Darth Vader for a minute. Okay, we first met him in 1977, and we didn't know nothing about this man. Okay, we saw a man in a black outfit, and we knew nothing. Okay, let's fast forward to the prequels when we start learning the story of this man. All right, after Anakin got turned to the dark side, he was the most cold, calculating killer that you would ever have met. You know, because come on, let's face it. Look at the name. Do you doubt it? Do you doubt it? It's anybody that ever met Vader never lived to tell about it. You know, so, and if you were able to escape and live to tell the tale, you were frightened to hell and back. Okay, because all he had to do was think it and you were dead. And he always got the job done. He hunted down and basically killed, I'm going to go ahead and say, all the Jedi. I know there was a few stragglers. He did the Emperor's bidding. He did it well. He did it precisely to the letter most of the time until he found his son. And then that's when things started going a little backwards, but still it was, hey, join me or die. You know, he gave him that choice, his own flesh and blood, join me or die. He was willing to kill his own son for it. He was also willing to turn his daughter and most likely kill her too if she refused. So don't have no qualms about it. He was the quintessential bad guy of Star Wars. I don't care what you think about Palpatine, because people have tried to say, well, this was Palpatine's story because he had something to do with all 9 movies. No, screw that. Vader. This was his story from beginning to end, 1 through 6. This was about him, about what he went through, what he had to suffer through, and how he got redeemed. And to me, you can't ask for a better character like that, because this dates back to classic storytelling. And this is something that we need to get back to, man, because don't get me wrong, ladies and gentlemen, I don't condone harmful acts or violence among people, but on the screen, I love this cold-blooded killer. He's to the point. You can't reason with him. You can't argue with him. You can't try to befriend him. Even in the comics, you can't try to seduce him, because you will die quickly.
That's nice. That's nice how you ended that. So much on a high point. It's beautiful. Dandelion Plus says Leia was badass. She's not wrong. Okay, so let's take this screen off and let's talk about final points. Your final points are as such. In third place with a whopping 29 points. Yes, less points than you actually had there at the beginning of round 5. Is JJ. JJ has 29 points. He comes in third place because... Hold
on. Where did I lose so many damn points at?
The random number generator thingy majigger just gave you 29 points.
Technical difficulties.
You know what I got to say about that?
Mm-hmm. And next up, second place right now is Mad Martigan with 30 points. That's what the random number generator gave you. And then the random number generator gave a whopping 33 points to Ellie. But wait, before you get all out of touch with reality and stuff, we have a final five. A final five. Yes, a final five. And
say it one more time.
Is 5 questions that I'm going to ask you guys. And I'm going to ask you and get your answer from each of you one at a time. And you have to answer the way I would have answered these questions. So if you get it, I give you a point. The person with the most points after those 5 questions is declared the winner and gets absolutely nothing because I just can't afford prizes. That's just how it works. So
anyway, this is the final 5.
This is the final 5. And then there's a final 10 after that. And then there's like 20 more questions after that. And then we talk for about 5 hours. And then at the end of that, I go to sleep and don't even really tell you who won. So
he doesn't even end the broadcast. He just goes to sleep right on camera.
Right there. Yep. Okay. So you guys have to guess how I would have answered. And if you get it right, I give you a point. The person that has the most points after the 5 questions is declared the winner. First question. And I'll start with Matt, then I'll go to Ellie and back and forth. Okay. So first question is The Shining or A Clockwork Orange? Which one?
The Shining.
The Shining. Okay. And Ellie?
Certain. Oh, now I don't want to answer that way because but I'm sorry. I gotta pick The Shining.
Okay. All right. Pizza or now when I say this, I mean this very succinctly. A real deli. If you've never been to a real deli, I'm not talking about Subway or some crap like that. I'm talking about a real deli. So pizza or a deli sandwich?
Is it my turn?
Yes. Go back.
Okay. Deli.
Deli. Okay.
Damn it, I feel like there should be more options because we're gonna be at the same. But I say deli too.
Okay. All right. Next question. Def Leppard or Poison?
Oh.
Def Leppard.
Okay.
I guess I'll just say Poison. I really don't know. Poison.
Okay. Sure. Up next, the Beatles or the Rolling Stones?
Rolling Stones.
Beatles.
Okay. And last but not least, vinyl or digital?
Vinyl.
It's better. Vinyl. Okay.
Yeah, vinyl. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you know what's funny here? You guys are both the winners because you guys both got 4 right.
Oh, which one did I miss?
Okay, so the first question, The Shining or Clockwork Orange, both would have worked. I love both movies, but The Shining is definitely a good movie. So,
oh yeah, it is.
Pizza or deli sandwich. Listen, if you get a real good pizza from someplace like New York or Chicago, you can't beat it. But you can't beat a real deli sandwich either. Both would have worked. So you guys both got that. Def Leppard or Poison? Come on, Def Leppard all day long.
I feel like this was catch-22 on something.
The Beatles or the Rolling Stones? I love the Rolling Stones, but the Beatles win.
Own it.
Beatles win that one. Vinyl or digital, which is better? Absolutely vinyl. So you guys tied at 4. Congratulations. You guys are co-champions. How the hell does that happen?
No, we're not co-champions. Give us more questions. Let's go. Run this shit again. Start it from the beginning. Let's go.
No. This is what we're
No. Let's answer one of the questions. Yeah, let's answer the Batwoman question.
Oh, stop it. Okay, so the random number generator is going to pick a number between 1 and 10. The person closest to it is the champion. Mad.
Without going over?
Without going over.
5.
You can't do 11.
No. It's 1 to 10. Without going over the number closest to the number that the random generator number picked. So Mad picked 5. Ellie, what do you pick?
Yes.
3.
Mad, you won. It is 8. And I will do this really quick, just so you know. I'm going to pull this up. I'm just going to show that I am a good sport on this. If I can even find where the hell the. Oh wait. Hold on, guys. Let me go over here, and I will share the screen. Share the screen. Right here is the random number generator, and right there it is. It's number 8. That's what they picked. And so with that, the amazing picking of all that, you guys did really good. And JJ's
Chris, you should you should have spun for it.
I should have spun for it.
Put both their names on the wheel and spun for it.
It's too late, JJ. Too late.
But I just want to say to Chris, I'm not trying to again, stroke the ego.
Oh, come on. You're more than welcome to.
But
You can stroke it.
honestly, honey, and so everybody else in the audience that's here, I would not be on a show if I thought Chris was ever willing to lie to stroking the ego.
It's called
That's specifically why I'm on this show. Is I thought he was willing to lie with
No,
us.
he's willing to like bullshit and stuff, but he's not gonna lie to us.
Oh no, I meant like lie, like lay.
Oh, yeah, he
like,
will.
to lay with us.
You wanna
That's why I was here.
Okay.
We'll talk backstage there, big boy.
Backstage.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
one last
backstage.
time. Let's go around and let you guys tell everybody about yourself one last time. And we'll start with you, Mad. Go ahead, Mad Martigan. Tell everybody about yourself, where they can find you, and all that good stuff.
Well, you can find the champion over at my channel. Is somewhere in the description or some shit.
Wow.
Put in some effort, find it. I will be working on a new theme song for next time I'm on here. Champion song. Maybe do a little video for it. I got to get on Amazon, try to find a belt. I don't know what kind of belt I'm gonna get.
It's
Should I get a
called
belt or a
Walmart,
ring?
man.
No. I'm gonna have mine custom made. Custom.
Oh, wow.
That's it. That's all I got, man.
All right. Thank you very much.
Oh, I'm sorry. Real quick,
Mhm.
Chris, thank you so much for having me on the show. You've
I
done yourself a favor for bringing on a champion like me, and we will help each other out.
That's absolutely
Oh my
right.
god, Chris was bad.
Just remember that that check. Leave the end of it blank.
Right. I got you. Yeah.
All right. Up next, let's let her talk about her channel, where you can find her. Ellie, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself.
Oh, me, her, the pronoun her. No, I'm sorry.
God.
So, no, congratulations, Mad Martigan, on your victory. You are a great winner, and I'm very impressed with your abilities to pick random numbers.
What the?
So-
Oh my!
no, I'm following Mad Martigan on Twitter. I don't remember his handle. Go ahead and check him out. He's a cool dude to talk to every once in a while, but not all the time.
What the fuck is happening?
Damn it.
JJ, I feel like I'm shouting out other people rather than myself, but JJ's a really cool person too to follow on Twitter.
Oh,
Anyway,
I like that. Yeah. Thank you.
not Chris though. We're not going to talk about Chris.
Okay, with that said, let's just keep going on.
I'm
Wow,
sorry.
man.
I'm sorry. You know
You
you
kicked the
love
lady,
it.
man. That was wrong.
No, it's okay. I should be treated appropriately. But
Yeah, worse than the men. We agree.
I am
Chris-
at Ellie Star 2020 on Twitter. The Orville family, check me out. Whether you know the Orville or not, y'all need to get into it before season 3 hits. Just my opinion, but definitely, if you want to, you want to. If you don't, you don't. And I'd appreciate to see you there, though. If you're here, you're cool. So,
And last but not least, honest to God, JJ, you are a great guy. I appreciate it. JJ, I'll let you guys know, helps me out with doing modding, and he also jumps on the show sometimes last second. I really appreciate everything JJ does, and he's a really good sport. So, no bullshit right there. And the same to both of you guys. Thank you so very much for being on the show. But JJ, go ahead and tell everybody about yourself, where they can find you, all that good stuff, please.
Yeah, Chris was just like, I'm going to go ahead and sing a new song for you real quick. He's like, fuck this bitch. She's out. Sorry.
What happened?
No,
What is this?
yeah. You'll catch it on the replay. It's okay. What's up, everybody? It's your boy JJ. You can find me a little bit of everywhere. I'm on so many different channels. It's hard to name them all. I'm a mod on few. I'm a friend on a lot more. You can catch me on my own channel. I do a weekly live stream on Sunday nights, roughly between 10 and 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. It's called Randomness at its Finest. Random panel, random topics. Come hang out, have a drink, have a smoke, talk about whatever hits the fan. And you can also find me right here on Twitter at SithLord3827. Sometimes I tweet, sometimes I retweet, sometimes I don't. It's a lottery. Come check it out. And Chris,
Yes.
as always, brother, I appreciate you having me on, and I'm humbled by your words. I appreciate it, really.
I appreciate everybody that comes on this show, guys. I will say it one last time. Everybody that comes here and is on my shows, I appreciate every last one. That's why my channel is where it's at today. Working with people, it's always a great honor to work with new people. And Mad, Ellie, you guys were great. Drew, if you watch here later on, just know that I'm happy that you got to make it here for as long as you did. Thank you very much. And to anybody who might not be subscribed, please, guys, go down there, hit the subscribe button, smash that like button. And, just tell other people about the channel. That's all I really ask. We're going on for 3,000 subscribers. We're close to 2,800 right now. And I'm hoping here before the end of the next week, hopefully we get that big magic number of 3K. So with that said, guys, Matt, Ellie, JJ,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you, Chris.
Good night.
Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for checking us out. Be sure to subscribe to both channels and make sure to check out our friends in the Fandom Minutes. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and BitChute. And you can also send us an email at sean@seanstackhousereacts.com and chrisknight at therealreview3000.com. And be sure to swing by our Teespring store to pick up some awesome merchandise.